Month ago and years ago, I made a couple of videos on how to re-grease or how to fix the rattling noise in some of the keys of the Numa X Piano, the SL Studio Logic MIDI controller, and maybe some fatar keyboards like the ones that you will find in the Nord stage or any other keyboard that uses this kind of hammer system. I recently made one about the Numa X Piano, how to disassemble the Numa X Piano, and basically you have to put out all of the screws on the plastic cheeks or the wood cheeks in the Numa Grand, I believe, on the Numa GT, sorry, and you have to pull off the screws in the back of the thing. You have to open it up very carefully because these ribbons are here and here. You have this sensor and this ground wire. The thing is that in that video I didn't have really enough time to show everything, but now I have a little bit more of time, especially because one of the keys developed some issues here. I already got it. The thing was like uneven, but I didn't show how to pull off the actual key bed and re-grease and pull off the keys and everything. So let me explain. For pulling off the keys, you have to pull off the complete key bed assembly, and you do that by turning it back the piano and screw every single plated screw that is in the serial side. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do that. Specifically because of that. Because this thing is not deserve the time. Okay, so you have to control your OCD. Okay, that noise is not damage of anything and is not going to damage anything. Again, the only one that is going to damage your keybed is you by constantly pulling off the keybed just for not wanting to put your OCD on check. Okay, let me explain where that noise comes from. Here you have the key, okay, and that key is held in place and prevented to move from side to side by these plastic hinges here. Okay, the key actually rests here and doesn't move from side to side. Okay, it's like this. Let me see if I can check it. Okay, this plastic thing, okay, this thing here prevents the key from moving to side. And the thing is that the grease doesn't fade out, but actually, let me show you how to pull off the key. You have to apply a little bit of pressure by any place, okay? It could be here, it could be here in the back, okay? You do this, and the key snaps outside. And as you can see, the grease is displaced to the front, where the grease should be on the sides, where this thing makes contact. So basically, you can purchase this kind of silicone grease, or you can purchase this silicone grease. Okay, you apply that with a little bit of gentleness. Let me open. You open the grease, you get the thing and put it on the sides here, or better off in the key bed, in the key itself, here in the sides. This side and this side. And maybe you can pick up the little bit of grease that is in the front and pull it on the sides. And that's it. For pulling off the black keys, you first need to pull off the white keys, and then the same thing, I do that by grabbing the key here, making here contact, and there it is. The thing of constantly pulling on and off the keys is that the plastic thing that keeps the key in place is this kind of mechanism. And if you can't put on check your OCD, you are going to damage this grip here, and that is by no means good. Okay, so it's better off for you to live with a little bit of noise than living with a damaged key, because probably you are not going to damage the key itself, you are going to damage the thing here, and if you damage this, you have to replace all the keyboard. Okay, that's the problem. So learn to live with it. Try not to make a mess with the grease, because if the grease gets into here, you are going to damage the sensor. Okay, so be really careful on that. So put the black keys first. In the black keys you have to put the grease here in this part, because it makes contact with this plastic hinge, this kind of pole here. So you have to apply the grease here. I'm not going to do that, because as I said before, I can live with that. I went to therapy and I did put on check my OCD, so I'm going to live with it. Okay, so my recommendation for you is that just live with it. Maybe if you want to sell this to anyone and you want to present them with a very silent keyboard, you can do that. That is not dishonest, because it is almost the same grease that it comes from factory, and it's going to fade out more or less in the same time that the factory one fades out. Okay, this is a really sturdy thing. Something that did call my attention is this. This is not a TP100, this is a TP110, and maybe this is one of the reasons that is making this. As you may know, I pointed out before that this keyboard have some issue with the sensitivity. The sensitivity is way too low for the thing, so I have to constantly crank up the sensitivity if I am going to play with internal sounds. And maybe they do a calibration of this from factory, and maybe this has something to do with that sensitivity issue. I don't know. In overall, this is a very sturdy, very firm, very robust keyboards that you shouldn't be tampering with. Okay, so my recommendation again, leave it as is. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.